Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic and more Sudoku fun today. I'm going to look at a puzzle by FJam, who sent me a very lovely personal email about having spotted my surname at his alma mater, and I'm delighted that we share something in common now. Thank you, FJam, and going to have a look at your puzzle Woodland Snowfall today, which you sent us a little while ago, but hey, it's never too late. Now, we are also, of course, we're going to be streaming again on Sunday night, so do join us there. The chat was absolutely off the wall last time. In fact, talking of FJam, Jam did get mentioned, and it was great fun. Let's hope it will be good again this time. And if we do get through the two remaining 500k puzzles, then maybe there'll be some time left for Simon to have a go at one of the Guess the Setter puzzles supplied by the Skunkworks Collective. Simon thinks he can recognize setters' styles without being told who the setter is. I am not convinced, so we will see how that goes if we get there. Also, happy birthday to Long Way to Tipperary for yesterday. You share it with my son, and your email went to spam, so we didn't pick it up until a fraction before the videos went out yesterday. But we definitely wish you a very happy birthday. Long Way to Tipperary is one of the most frequent, positive and helpful commentators on the site generally, and we are delighted that they follow us, as with all of you, of course, but we do notice Long Way to Tipperary a lot. Now, what's going on apart from that? We've got our Patreon contest. If you join us on Patreon, you can join in the contest. That's another Skunkworks effort, fantastic duality pack. You can look at Simon and myself collaboratively solving Zeta Maths vignettes. Tomorrow, I hope, I'm going to put up a video of my solving the Times Monthly Club Special Cryptic Crossword, which I do monthly. It's a bit late, but that'll be August's, but there we go. That'll be going up tomorrow, and Patreon is always just a buzz, frankly. Now, what else? I mean, there's so many things. We've got our book coming out, and we will be launching the Kickstarter for that fairly soon. We are just gathering some permissions at the moment. It's quite an exciting time. What else is going on? That's our second book. We've already got our first book out. There is a link to where you can still get hold of that under the video. And of course, all our apps and merchandise and everything connected with the channel, all on the links under the video. Do check them out in the description field. The first one, however, is to this beautiful puzzle, Woodland Snowfall. And this makes me think of the Robert Frost poem, "Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not mind me stopping here to see his woods fill up with snow." And then I struggle a bit on the next couple of verses, but it ends brilliantly. It ends, "The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep." So let's hope we can get this puzzle done before I sleep. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Along green lines, these are German whisper lines, adjacent digits must have a difference of at least 5, and they create these glorious fir trees here. So those two might be 1 and 6, for instance. They'd have a difference of 5, or 1 and 9, but they couldn't be 3 and 7. Cells separated by a white dot must contain consecutive digits. Those separated by a black dot must contain digits with a ratio of 1 to 2. Not all dots are given. So, for the experienced among you, you can just mark this up as normal Kropke and German whispers. I wonder what we will get at the World Sudoku Championship in a week or so. Puzzles like this, I imagine. I haven't really studied the instruction booklet yet, so I don't know for sure. Anyway, do give it a try. I did put the instruction booklet link up on yesterday's video in the end, after a couple of hours. A few hours. Anyway, do have a try at this. Don't know how it'll play. F-Jam we've done once on the channel before, a difficult puzzle, so we'll see how this goes. I'm going to restart my clock now. Let's get cracking. So, it's got to be about the whispers, hasn't it? These crop keys aren't going to give me anything. So, I often like to mark in alternating colours the cells along the whisper lines, especially where they're longer, just because, yes, I'm beginning to see the pattern here, just because one set, either purple or green, will turn out to be high or low, and the other will be the other. And by high and low, I mean that one of the features of a German whisper line is it can never have 5 on it, because 5 doesn't have another Sudoku digit within 5. So every digit on the green line must be higher or lower than 5, and they must alternate because of the rule. So these are all going to be high and these low, or the other way round. Okay, I can mark this in the same colour scheme, and that is because if I was, obviously, I hope it's obvious to me that all of these 3 trees are going to have the same colour scheme, except perhaps one could be a negative of the other. So it's either going to be purple down the centre of most of the tree and green on the edges and the trunk, or the other way around. And I don't know whether purple's high or low, but I do know that these aren't 3 greens. And that is because in column 3, we can't have 5 greens. If greens are numbers higher than 5, there's only 4 of them. If they're numbers lower than 5, there's only 4 of them. So these can't be green, they must be purple. This tree is coloured exactly the same as the top tree. And this one might be either. But what have we got now? We've got black dot digit. Not very helpful. Right, okay, I've spotted something very good. These triangles, and maybe it's obvious, but I hadn't worked it out. Okay, after 5s, the next interesting digit in German whisper lines is 4 and 6. 5 can't be on the lines. 4 and 6 can be, but only next to one digit. 4 can be next to 9, and 6 can be next to 1. Now these could perfectly happily be both 4s or both 6s. And that would mean these were both 9s or both 1s. I don't think there's any other digit on this tree that can be a 4 or a 6. And that is because, as I said, the digit next to them on the line has to be a specific single digit. And every one of these has 2 digits that see each other next to it on the line. So if you tried to put, a 4 in there, you'd have to put 9 in both of those cells, and that's clearly nonsense and not allowable. The same is true here. If you put 4 there, these 9s, well, they wouldn't be in the same box, but they are in the same row. So I don't think that for any of these digits it's possible to put 4 or 6 in. What that is telling me in this column is that 4, 5 and 6 can only go in those cells, and therefore I'm pretty sure 5 is on this white dot. You could put 5 here. Yes, 5's on the white dot. I saw this earlier, I didn't even understand it. 5's on the white dot because there's 3 greens and 3 purples already in the column. This can't be the last green consecutive to the last purple because they're separated by 5. So 5 must be in that pair with 4 or 6. However, that doesn't prove that this is 4 or 6, which I thought it might, because this could be the other 4 or 6. Okay. These top cells, they're either a set of 1, 2, 3 or 7, 8, 9, because they can't include 4 or 6. And they're all the same polarity, which I'm using to mean either high or low. So this is either 1, 2, 3. Ah, let's try it above the black dot. If that was 1, 2, 3, yeah, you could fill the black dot with 4, 8. And these would be 7, 9. That does work. If this was 1, 2, 3, this would be 8 specifically. This would be 4. This would be 7, 9. Okay, I can't prove that that's wrong. Ah, right. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Look, that's lovely. These two, obviously, I don't know which way this... Let's come up with different colours. Let's do red and yellow here. I don't know which of red and yellow is purple and which is green yet. Or in fact, I do. I've figured it out now. And the reason is because if red was green, then all of those would be from a set of high or low digits. But none of them could be the 4 or 6. And that makes it impossible. What do I mean by that? I mean that because we worked out these cells couldn't be 4 or 6 because they'd have two that had to be the same seeing each other. The same is true here. That would have those two. That one would have the same digits. We can't make this green. So this tree is different. This tree is the opposite to the other one. It is green. Oh, sorry, I've coloured it wrong. It's that way around, isn't it? Purple on the trunk and the sides. Green up the stem and the middle. I don't know. Do not listen to my arboricultural terms. They are wrong. The crown of the tree, maybe, is that? I don't know. Anyway, those must be purple because they can't be green. Now, what has that given us? Oh, again, we get... This could be 1, 2, 3 with a 4, 8 pair there. I don't think this has really changed what I was looking at here, annoyingly, and I'm not sure that I've got anything more out of this puzzle. I do need to establish highness and lowness, and there must be a way of doing that now, surely. If that's 1, 2, 3, this is a 4, 8 pair. That would have a 6 on it, that's possible. If this is 1, 2, 3, that's a 4, 8 pair. Oh, then it doesn't work. And for a reason that I've just stated. Right, if that was 1, 2, 3, the black dot pair here, which couldn't have 1, 2, 3 or in it, 1, 2 or 3 in it, must be 4, 8. But you cannot put a 6 in these cells because 6 is the interior number, and it's illegal because it would have 2 1s here. So there is no, if you put 1, 2, 3 there and 4, 8 there is no even digit that's allowed on the white dot. And you always need 1 even and 1 odd on a white dot. So that is not 1, 2, 3. Purple is high. These are all 7, 8, 9s. And this trunk is, well, it's not 7 or 9 because it's on a black dot. It's 6 or 8 next to 3 or 4. But we know immediately which it is because this has to be a set of 1, 2, 3. These can't be, and all of these actually will be from 1, 2, 3 as well. This must now be a 4 because it's seeing a 1, 2, 3 triple. That makes this an 8. Oh, I was going to wipe 8 off those cells, and that's nonsense. I can take 8 off that. Now, 7, 8, 9, and 2 must be on that pair. That's actually that's a very strong constraint in this column. Because these cells need an even digit, it's got to be 2, 1 or 2, 3. 2 is the even digit. Now that means 2 and 8 are not on this black dot, and therefore I think it has to be the 3, 6 pair. It has to. That is actually low because we know green is low now. In fact, what I should have done is change to my normal low-high colours of blue and orange, because then I know what I'm thinking about. That's a 6. Those don't have a 3 in it. That's a 2, 1 pair. 4 and 5. Ah, that is a 5 at the bottom because it sees the only 4 we've put in the grid. That can't be 4. There's definitely a 5 there. We've got 7, 8, 9. This is now 1, 2 or 3 as well, creating a triple in the box. This on the white dot is from 1, 2, 3, or 4. So is this, but it can't be 4. So we've got a 1, 2, 3 triple in the column. 2 must be on the white dot, actually, so it's not there. Oh, and 3 is in that box, so that's a 1. This is a 2, 3 pair. That's not a 1. Now, there's going to be something about... It's vital that 7 cannot be next to 3. Ah, this isn't a 7. So 7, because of that 3. So 7's in one of those cells. And now neither of these can contain a 3. That's definitely right, I think. Because they would touch one of those 7s on the green lines. That's lovely. That's lovely. So that's a 2 there. That's 3. This is now 1. This one, I don't know. Wherever 7 is, that 1 and 2 has made it okay there. No, not necessarily. If 7 was there, this would have to be 2 as well. Right, this can't be 1, but that could still be 7 if it was 2. Now, can we do the same sort of thing with 7s here? No, I mean, it's quite interesting. If that was a 7, that touches all of these cells. There'd have to be a 1, 2 quadruple, a 1, 2 pair of pairs, a 1, 2 X-wing maybe, and that would be a 3, but that does work. Ah, this can't be a 3. Oh, so 3 is in one of these 2 cells. And oh, hang on. That means whichever cell it's in, it touches all of these. No, it doesn't. That's not true. And it can't. Oh, right. Oh, that is amazing. That's lovely. If this one was a 3 here, it doesn't work. The puzzle doesn't work. And that is because that touches all of these cells on green lines. So those become 8, 9 pairs. And what does that do over here? If you've used up the 8s and 9s in rows 6 and 7, those both have to be 7s, and they can't be. Therefore, this is not a 3. That is brilliant. This is a 3. What a lovely idea. These 2 don't have a 7 in now, but now these 2 can, and in fact I think they're going to have to, because we've got an 8, 9 pair. In fact, I can do those because I've got this 8. That becomes 7. This is 9. That's 8. This is 7, and that's 9. And now that's why this can't be a 3, because it's got a 7 next to it. That is brilliant. Right, and this 7, as I said earlier, does mean that this is a 1, 2 X-wing, because it touches them all. So 1, 2 there. This has to be 3 now. And just as soon as we've created a deadly pattern, we fix it with this cell. We get 2, 1, 2, 1. This is a 3. That works fine. Ooh, that's made this a 2. This is from 4, 5, 6. And now we've virtually got the whole of the trees filled with digits. Don't really need the colours anymore. Let's get rid of all the colours. Leave the pretty green trees in leaf as they should be. Now, up here, either of those can be 7, so I don't think we're resolved with those. But here, the even digit is a 6. That's either 5, 6 or 6, 7. Sorry, the 6 is on the white dot, so that can't be a 6. Nor that. 1, 2, 5, 8. There's probably something very straightforward. We can put 3 in this box. We can put 9 in this box. 4, 6, and 7 to go. That's in the same box with a 9, so that's obviously 8. 8, 3, 6, 1, 9. I'm still sure there's obvious stuff around. This can't have a 2 or an 8 on it. It has a 4. Oh, look. We've got 5, 4 pair there. So they go in here. This is a 6, 8 pair. Ah, now we know the even digit on this white dot. It's not 2 or 8 or 4. It's 6. And that's good because it fixes this cell as an 8. 6 there means that's not a 6. That means 6 is on this pair with 5. That means that's a 5-6 pair. This is a 4. That's been, I mean, it's not finished, but it is a very clever puzzle. 4, 5 and 7 still to place in the central box. That 2 has fixed the last bit of tree over on the right. That can't be a 4. 9, 2, 7. That's 4 or 5. The 1 in this row, I hadn't noticed, that's placed. We've now got 5 down there, so that's a 6, 7 pair with a 5, 9 pair on its right. 4, 7 and 8 up at the top of the grid. 2, 3 and 9 on the left. 4, 5 or 6. 5 or 6 here specifically. 1, 9, 2, 3, 8. Oh, that's a 4, 5, 6, 7 quadruple. I can place 8 there. Oh, that gives me 7 over this side. That's nice. That can't be 7. So now I've got a 5, 9 pair there, and that's a 6, 7 on the dot. There's an X-wing on 7s, which I'm not using for anything. This is a 1, 5, 6 triple. Ooh, pencil marking my way through the rest of the forest here. 3 has to be somewhere over here. This white dot, is that really going to be key to everything? I don't know what's going on now. Oh look, 6 is looking at that cell. There we go. 4, 6 pair, so 5, 7. Box 5 is finished. There's a 5, 9 pair there. Ah, so these are a 3, 6 pair. We get 7. 3, 6, 1, 2, 7. These are, that's 5 or 8. That didn't finish it. This is a 1, 2 pair. 9. These include a 7 and either 5 or 6. 7, 4, crumbs. Okay, let's think about this last white dot in the corner. The last flake of snow falling on the woodland. Okay, what even digit does that have on it? That's what I'm wondering. If it can't have a 6 because that's in one of those cells. If it was a 2, it couldn't be 2, 1, so it would have to be 2, 3 that way round. If it was a 4, it can't work because you'd have 5 cells that would have to be filled with 3, 4, 5 and 6 in the column. That's very pretty. So it's not a 4. If it was an 8, the 8 would be here, and this couldn't be a 7, so that would be a 9. So it's either 9, 8 or 3, 2. Oh. So 1 is looking at those cells. 1 is in one of these two. And that fixes this 2, 1 pair at the bottom, which doesn't resolve this. Ah, but now we look at this 2 in row 3. Row 3 is being incredibly helpful, near the top of the tallest tree. Where does 2 go in column 9? And because of that 2, it doesn't go here. So now it's here and we've got the dot done. That sounds like a tongue twister. 5, 4, I think we're going to finish now. That's 7, that's 6. Sorts out rows 7, 8, 9 completely. That can't be a 5. Maybe we're not quite finished, we'll see. 6, 7, 3, 2. 9 is in one of those two cells. 4 is in one of these two. Now, 2, 2, that's where the third 2 goes, so that triple is done. 3 is finished. 9 fixes the top of the tree. 6 and 7 there. The 6 can't, oh no, look, straight across to here. The 6 fixes that 5, 6 pair. This becomes a 1. That's 5, that's 6. This is 4 or 8, and basically not 1. So 1 goes in there. This is 9, that's 8, 4 and 5 still to finish this. Mistyping things now, but now we're very much on the home straight. 2 digits to go, 4 and 8. That's a lovely puzzle. Just under 20 minutes. Ideal time. Good practice actually for the World Championship as well. That's really nice, FJam. Thank you for sending that and for your email. And thanks as always for when you get in touch. We do appreciate it. We love nice comments. You're kind enough to give us quite a few, so thank you for that. I'm sure I didn't solve that flawlessly, so feel free to point out where it could have been done better. And I hope to see you again soon on the channel. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.